Hiya, kids and cadets. Welcome back to Tommy Time. Kind of a crazy afternoon. I mean, really crazy. So, I had a good morning. A couple of folks came out and picked up their machines that I had fixed, and then all hell broke loose. I had so many messages for people that wanted to buy. I'm nearly out, actually. I got 2 mowers left, which is crazy. So I'll show you a couple of trade-ins. I ended up selling 7 mowers this afternoon. I think it breaks a record. I've done 7 over 2 days, but never 7 in one afternoon. Really, really crazy. So, nice couple messaged me, said they wanted to look. I told them to bring any dead mowers, and they brought me this pile of crap. So they unloaded out of the Mercedes-Benz SUV. They should have been able to buy a better mower than a pile of crap. I'm turding it up, bag full of turds and a nice single turd. So I thought, oh geez, I don't want a pile of crap. This thing's just gonna sit around. He says, I go to pull it and doesn't want to pull over. So I pulled it and I said, yeah, you're right. So we unloaded it. They ended up buying a Craftsman's silver deck with a little bit of rust on it. So I quickly, while they were here, looked at the dipstick. It had oil in it. I didn't pay much attention. But I figured I would check it out. We've had rain all afternoon, basically, and I've been out here trying to maintain some sort of work ethic. So I looked at the dipstick and I thought, geez, that looks kind of gray. So I go to change the oil or pour the oil out, and it was water for like the first 6 seconds, and then oil started coming out of it, and it was overfilled. It was way, way, way up on the dipstick. So I don't know how the hell he got 10 ounces of water in here. So what I did is drained it out. I put some gasoline in it, a little bit of gas from an old project. Shook it around, pulled on it, had the plug out. It's got a torch plug, of course it does. Poured that gray gas out, and then I just put junk oil in below the full mark. So I ended up getting this thing to start, and it smoked like the dickens. So the deal with this thing is, I don't know if it's just because it's a shit box, but if you go to pull it without getting it to TDC, it wants to pull your arm out of the socket. So I pull it till I can feel it at TDC and then yank. I kind of mess with that twice in that situation. Other thing is when I first went to try it, I pulled out the recoil and it would not retract with all the rope out of it. So I took all this crapola off, oiled up the recoil, put it on. Second time, same thing. Took it off a second time and really goobered it up with some used oil in my little squirt can, and it seems to be working now. So this thing's a big shit box. It may be the only thing I can put up for sale here, the way things have been going. So let me give you some info. I don't really like these. I have a couple of these new in the box I haven't even put together. Okay, where are we? California standards. Engine made in China. Duh. 144cc. Do they even put it here? Yep. Data manufacturer 2020. So this is only a year-old unit, January, February, March, April of 2020. A Mower Son, I looked them up before. They've got a one-room office in Chicago. The rest of this shit is from China. So let me show you what I mean with this turd. Okay, right there, I get it to top dead center. It's been about 30 minutes. I should probably prime it. So this will be under $100. I won't even advertise it. I'll just have it on the ready. See what I mean? See what happened? I just yanked on it without getting it to TDC, and all the shit flew off of it. So you got to see firsthand what this thing does. I don't know, what's that? Compression release not working? Okay. Okay, right there. So that's good. I just killed some mosquitoes. Wow, this rain we're having, the mosquitoes go berserk. So 2020 turd. So I gave 10 for it. I thought I'll give him something. Maybe I could use the recoil or something on another machine, but the turd started. So you want to talk about turds. Last guy out was this guy. So he gave me a run for my money, I guess. I was down to one machine, one self-propelled machine, a Lawn Boy 20-inch with the bag. He had to have a self-propelled. I told him I had other pushers with bags. That's what I got left, two Crafties, M110s. I got a guy that just messaged me, said I'd really like a self-propelled, but I'll take a pusher. So these people are waiting till the last minute. They're coming out. The grass is going berserk right now, growing a couple inches a day. So he tried to negotiate through the Facebook Messenger. I told him what I had. I had one with a bag for 200. He didn't seem interested. He said, well, I got one that I can trade in. And I said, send me a picture. He said, it's rusted out, but it's a good engine. I know you can do something with it. Yeah, I can make it a boat anchor when I'm out in the Gulf of Mexico. I can't do anything with this other than the engine. This is worse than the other one I took in last week. This thing is touching the ground right there. It's so rusted. So we unloaded it. I saw it was in rougher condition than the pictures. So he wanted to do 140, and I'm like, no, I've sold a bunch today. I'm down to my last self-propelled. So we got down to 180. I told him I'd do 180 with the bag. So he come out. I had looked at his profile. He was an Army veteran, so I gave him $20 back. He handed me a handful of money. I said, "Is it 180?" He said, "Yeah," and I handed him a 20 back. So he said, "Wow, thanks a lot." So I got this turd to deal with. I'm not even going to try to start it because I'd have to get the deck at the certain perfect level, or it's going to cut grass, cut sand, or it's going to hit the side of the deck. So this thing is no good. Just like that other one the other day that was rusted out all the way around. I don't know how we use this thing to even cut it. You can see all the buildup on it. He had this thing taped up because it's not a side discharge, so he was getting bombarded with all this shit. So at least he's got a rear bagger unit now. So I had to go on his word that it would start. He's got 2 aftermarket screws, so 2 turds today. I looked at the blade's all chewed up. So before I left, I says, make sure non-ethanol. He didn't know what that was. And I says, don't cut any rocks or anything. So I flipped this over and looked. He says, well, how does the blade look on mine? And I looked at the leading edge and it was all beat up. I said, you've been cutting rocks. He says something about the kids throw rocks in the lawn. And I think his wife does the lawn mowing, from what I gathered. That's why he wanted self-propelled, because the wifey does the work. Oh, okay. I don't know how well it ran. Look how much it shrunk. Original, I'm guessing. I don't even know what year this thing is. So my expectations just went down the toilet on this yard machine. Okay, what do we got? 2014. I can give you the engine serial number: 1405285454276. I see debris in the tank. Of course I do. Look at all the shit up there that would fall right into the tank. So this one rates up there with sketchy 12 Alpha Dash Alpha 1 Bravo Alpha 729. We've worked on a bunch of 729s before. Serial 1 Lima 094 Kilo 32351. I'll put that down below. MTD, beautiful Cleveland, Ohio. So I told him I could use the engine and the wheels. Probably wheels don't look terribly bad. Let me show you the blade just for the fun of it. I'm going to deturd it for a moment, a brief moment, so I can show you guys what's shaking. So now I'm worried. I only got 2 machines to sell. If I get more interest, I'm not going to have anything to show. But I got a couple days coming up, couple of days off coming up, and hopefully I can repair like a banshee. I like to get good stuff in on trade, stuff that I can turn right around without screwing around, and this isn't one of them. You know, something where somebody's got a broken cable, or they use regular fuel instead of non-ethanol. Something I can do a quick. Yeah, so this is what I showed him. I said, look at that. Huge chunk taken out. And just look at how uneven it is. So I had to chuckle when he said, yeah, the kids throw stones on the grass, and so they don't care, or she doesn't care. She just plows over them and cuts granite. So I told him any issues with the lawn boy, let me know. He said main thing is fuel, 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 and don't cut rocks. Okay, that's all I can show you. Oh, wait. If we're going to do this, we're going to do it right. So it would appear I need some good decks with blown engines. That's how I see it. So what else do we got going on? That's all. I'm just going to try to blow out a couple of Turos right now. Yeah, I got 2 trade-ins to show you still from the neighborhood scrapper, and then I took in another Turo with the Vortex something or other. I'll have to show you that one. What did I give for that? 50, because it looked in pretty good shape. I've been given generous trade allowances, better than your Dodge Jeep dealer would. Okay, turded it up today. Appreciate you coming out, checking out Tommy Time. Tip your waitress and wait staff. What do you think of these 2 fine machines? I think they're both turd qualified. They both qualify just because this is China junk and this one's rusted all out. You guys have a nice day today. Adios, amigos.